month that this channel was made for. Today I would like to do something that I'm calling Remy Responds to YouTube comments. So my first comment comes from Elijah Elfa, who says, "Welcome to the world of vlogging. Best of luck with your channel. Keep it up." And then he gave me one of these faces. Thank you so much for your encouragement. I'm having a blast and I'm hoping that this project continues on. My next comment comes from Eye of Braille. "You seem really nice, but I don't really understand your reasons. You need a movement for social change because the guy who hits on you at the bar might not give up straight away while you both voluntarily remain at the same bar. What is it that you want to change? Should there be a button that you can push after rejecting a man where if he comes within 10 feet of you, a net drops from the ceiling and a burly woman turn him up to drag him away to an underground facility? Something else?" In response to that first part, no, I don't think that there should be a net that drops from a ceiling. Installation alone would be chaos. Chaos. But I do think that if men had more respect for women as people and not objects, that when I said no and I walked away and I am obviously not playing hard to get, that he should respect that about me. He should respect that that is my decision and that is my right to say and leave me alone. Next comment is from Kailash Limbu. I apologize if I got that wrong. "My friend Feminerd, it seems to me like you have become so scared of men that you couldn't even finish a stupid fantasy novel. This is what feminism does to you. It makes you fear men by default. You need to wake up and realize that feminism is an anti-male movement that are teaching young girls not to be able to grow up into responsible adults. Let's say if I make a statement like, let's teach all blacks not to steal. Yeah, that messed up because I'm making that statement based on a preconceived notion that blacks being thief. So why is it okay to make such statements about men like, let's teach all men how to receive consent? They are saying that based on a preconceived notion that all men are potential rapists. Things like that really make my blood boil. Yes, I agree that consent is impotent. And yes, rape is a disgusting act of violence. But not all unconsensual sex means rape. Okay? Allow me to repeat. But not all unconsensual sex means rape. Okay? Really? 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 Luckily, somebody commented. Raku the Blind Kid comments, "Good sir, madam. I have read your comment a few times over and I am having a hard time understanding your viewpoint. Based on what you've written, I don't believe you have a firm grasp on what feminism is actually about, nor do you understand the definition of rape. Consent is always required with somebody, no matter the gender, when delving into the sexual world. If you don't have it, by law, it is rape. Best regards, in friendly neighborhood Spider-Man 5. Then he or she links the legal dictionary definition of rape. Kailash Limbu responds, "Feminism has already redefined the word rape. The dictionary link that you gave me has become irrelevant now that normal consensual sex, full stop, is rape. For example, if you have sex with a drunk girl, even if she says yes, even if she gives out the loudest verbal consent the whole neighborhood can hear, it still doesn't count as consent because she had alcohol in her body." Okay, let's take this point by point, shall we? Number one, I did finish the book, and the one after, and several since then. Number two, feminism does not make you fear men by default. Rape culture does that. Number three, feminism is not an anti-male movement. It is a pro-women, pro-equality movement. Number four, the statements, let's teach blacks not to steal and let's teach men to receive consent are kind of apples and oranges, which I'll explain in a second. Number five, yes, rape is a disgusting act of violence. Go you got one right. Number six, all unconsensual sex is rape. If it is unconsensual, it's rape. If it is unconsensual, it's rape. Ah! Number seven, feminism has not redefined the word rape. It has clarified the word rape. Number eight, if you have sex with a drunk girl who is too drunk to sign documents, who is too drunk to drive her drunk ass away from you, It is not consent. You cannot consent to sex if you cannot drive away. Statements, let's teach all blacks not to steal, and let's teach men how to receive consent, are not comparable statements. This one is, in fact, based in a preconceived notion that blacks are thieves, which is not true. This one, you are completely taking out of context. The entire statement is, instead of teaching women how to protect themselves against being raped, we should teach men how to receive consent. Feminism fights against rape culture, and rape culture is defined by the idea that inside every man is a rapist. A woman's job to not have the rapist in every man come out and attack her, because if she does something to incite the internal rapist of men, then it's her fault, because she should have known better to not act in a certain way. That's what rape culture is. That is not what feminists believe. In order to be consensual, it needs to be an enthusiastic verbal yes. So in this understanding of what rape culture is, when you make the statement, let's teach men how to receive consent, what you're saying is, we understand that not all men are rapists. We understand that inside every man, he does not want to assault a woman. But if we just educate him a little bit more, he can understand where the boundaries are, he can understand that there's no gray area, and then we can make it and so that women are safe without having to constantly be on alert and protecting themselves. I also spend a lot of time educating women and so they can become responsible adults by teaching them what their bodies are like and what is normal for them. Also teaching them about birth control in a way that they can make responsible decisions on their family planning. Also teaching them what consent is like, and so they know that they can remove consent at any point. They don't get themselves into a situation where they can become assaulted just by lack of communication. They understand that it needs to be a verbal, excited yes, and so that they know to give that to make everything a little bit easier. We spend a lot of time fighting for the education of all of the sexes. We want everybody to understand why rape culture is bad and why consent culture is good. Feminards, I look forward to spending the rest of March getting to know women's history a little bit more with you. And as always, please like, subscribe, and share. Also, if you have any comments that you would like me to respond to on the next Remy Response, leave them in the doobly-doo. Max, I miss your face. I actually got to see your face. It was so exciting.